Please don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for future videos. Thank you.
Hey, what's up guys? Houston here. And for those of you just finding my YouTube channel, welcome. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and that bell. Now today we're actually going to be talking about how to actually get all of your stimulus money. That's right, a lot of people, they only been getting a portion of the stimulus money. So I'm going to just go over a few things that can help you get all of your stimulus money. And the first thing that I need you all to understand, like if you didn't get the $600 stimulus, you didn't get the $1,200 stimulus, or you didn't get the $1,400, that's $3,200, people. And so that's your money that the government promised to give you. So understanding that $3,200, this is how you can actually get it. So if you haven't received your 6, 12, or 14, then what you want to do when you file your taxes, make sure that your tax preparer files under the recovery rebate credit, right? So even if you have a debt, okay, with the IRS, you still get your stimulus money, okay? So don't let that discourage you from getting your money. Even if you have an IRS debt, you still get this stimulus money. So that's for one thing that people need to understand. Now, if you're trying to track your stimulus money because you haven't received it, now here's the thing about it. Some of you guys, they're sending out debit cards, right? So some of you guys may have mistaken it as maybe just some advertisement or whatever, but also be on the lookout for your debit cards. That some people are getting their stimulus money on their debit cards, so you have to be careful with that. Also, I want you all to understand, like sometimes, and it's still happening, like the company that you filed your taxes with and stuff, sometimes they may be on record and your stimulus money is going to that company, okay? So you have to double check with your tax preparer to make sure it hadn't been deposited into their bank account. And this has happened. So I'm not saying it won't happen or it won't happen again, but it has happened. So if you haven't received your stimulus money, you need to check these places out. Now, let's talk about tracking it, okay? The way you track it is with the IRS system, right? And the IRS system is Get My Payments. Now again, the IRS is steady sending out money and everything. This is another reason I want to touch on this, because I know that in July they're supposed to start sending out the tax credit, the increase in tax credit, where kids are getting anywhere from I think it's $300 and $250 to $275, something like that. And that's from kids from 1 up to 17. 1 to 6 is $300, and then 7 to 17 is about $250, $275, okay, per kid, okay? So that's the income tax credit that they increased, okay? Now, getting back to what I was saying about tracking your IRS payments and everything, go to Get My Payment, put in your information, and see have they already sent that out. So that way you know, oh, okay, they already sent it out, I just haven't received it. Also, check with your old banks. Some people may have had a checking account that they still have open that they use to file their taxes, but they don't use the checking account, but it's still open. So they may have deposited the money there. So I would say check with your banks to make sure they hadn't deposited that money there as well. Now, for people that are receiving SSI, Social Security Disability Insurance, now you also, because a lot of people in the community, they're not aware that they're supposed to be included in this stimulus program also, all right? So for your family members and stuff, check to make sure that, hey, that you're a part of this stimulus, so that your income, especially if you're taking care of an elderly parent or a child that's disabled and stuff, and you're the caretaker and stuff like that, that for the child tax credit, if they're a child that's receiving disability and you're still taking care of them, then that child tax credit as well is you're going to be entitled to also. Now, also, like I said, with this Social Security SSI, Ssdi, again, a lot of people in our community are not aware that they're supposed to be a part of this stimulus too. Okay, so you definitely want to sit down and talk with your tax preparer about this, all right, so you can make sure that you're getting that money. Like I said, with the Ssdi, they are delaying payments and stuff like that, but that doesn't mean that you won't be receiving money. It's just that they have it on a delay. So hopefully they'll start getting that out pretty soon. They said starting today, which today is Wednesday. So hopefully at least by the end of the week that people with Social Security, disability, SSI, they'll start receiving it. Now, here's something that I also wanted to address. If you are married, okay, and I need you to really pay attention to this. If you are married, okay, and your spouse had an IRS debt, okay, and say that like you got $1,400 and you filed jointly with your spouse, but they didn't get the $1,400, what you have to do in order for them to get their $1,400, and again, a lot of people in the community don't even know this. They don't know this, and they're not, and their tax preparers, many of them don't know this. But what you want to do, you want to file a injured, it's called an injured spouse claim, okay? So that way, even if you owe or your spouse owes an IRS debt, you have to file that. So that way you can get back all your stimulus, okay? So again, like you may have received that total of $3,200 stimulus, but your spouse didn't receive anything. And y'all filed taxes together, but they owe the taxes, okay? They're entitled to that $3,200 too, even if they owe an IRS debt. And so this is something that our community needs to be aware of, because there's a lot of elderly family members and stuff like that. They're receiving their stimulus, but again, one of the spouses is. They don't even have to be elderly if they're married and they have a debt. Again, make sure if they haven't received their stimulus payments, make sure they file the injured spouse claim, okay? That's what they want to file in order for them to get their stimulus payments, all right? So this is Houston with Three-Way Funding. I appreciate you guys supporting me, and I ask you to continue to like the video. I ask you if you would share the video and bring more people around to be aware of some of the stuff that I'm sharing, because again, our community needs this. We need to be aware of what's going on. Also, when I made the video about the fourth stimulus, okay, you all need to check out that video. I put a link here so that you all can check out that fourth video about the update on the fourth stimulus. So this $3,200, this isn't it. That's not all the money. Right now, they are actually talking about a fourth stimulus, and I made a video to that. So this is Houston with Three-Way Funding. Again, I ask you to please comment, like, and share. Thank you.